Thanks, everyone, for joining us on Morning Line. Nick Bear is here, along with Allison Fields, our veterinarian in-house, taking your calls, 737-7587. You know what? I'm looking at the color here. See that color? What color is that?
Horrible green?
Yeah, kind of a bright green. What does that remind you of? What time of year and what are people changing in their cars as they get ready for cold weather?
Oh, antifreeze.
This looks like
Good
antifreeze.
job.
Rick actually mentioned that to me just now during the break about we should mention people changing antifreeze. If you do, make sure it's properly disposed of and don't leave it out anywhere where your pet or someone else can get to it.
Children.
Why? Or children, of course. It looks like Mountain Dew, and it will kill you. It will kill you. You will get renal failure if you drink it.
And quickly, within 12 hours.
A horrible death.
There was a law that was proposed, and I can't remember, maybe Rick can look this up for us. I can't remember if it was statewide, but I think it was federal, and I don't know if it passed or not, to add bad tasting stuff to antifreeze. How hard is that?
That's what I'm wondering, and we don't.
Because it tastes good.
But that's the thing. You're wondering why would someone drink antifreeze? It looks like Mountain Dew, and there's a sweet flavoring to it, which I think is they don't add sweeteners for any reason.
It's
just the way that chemical is, and so. But it's deadly, and you lay a little. And dog, anyone, a child would taste it. That stuff is dangerous.
It's horribly dangerous.
And so you have to be really careful with it. So I'm glad we just mentioned that, and I like that idea. They just add something to it, like they add a nasty sulfur smell to gas, which has no scent, so you know if there's gas.
Doesn't have a smell to
Put something in antifreeze that doesn't affect its production in the car and tastes and smells bad.
Yeah, but I don't know. I know that was somewhere in the works. I don't know, a year or so ago, but I don't know what happened.
Rick will check on it, but we got more calls for you. Let's go to Jewel. Jewel, good morning.
Top of the morning, Mr. Nick.
Hey, how are you doing, my friend? What's going on?
Hunky-dory. It's good to see Miss Fields back. And good morning to you, too.
Good morning.
Well, thank you.
I was wanting to know, you remember a while back they was having a recall on animal food and toys like sow's ears for dogs to chew on because they was making dogs sick and deathly ill. I reckon some of them died. Has there been any, I haven't heard any more about it in a while. Maybe you may have heard something that might inform the people about buying stuff for their critters that'll make them deathly sick.
Well, the problem is, it's a great question, is of course until the recall happens, we don't know that it's been making anybody sick. If we just see one case of it, we have no idea that it was the treat that caused it in that specific dog. It's not until the companies are getting these reports back. So the big problem with all of the pig ears and things like that and the chicken jerky, I want to say was either E. coli or salmonella. And so now I think they're trying to get that under control, but I think the recommendation was to only buy things that were made in the United States, especially with the chicken jerky. The chicken jerky had something else in it that was very bad. So if you're buying treats, I would try to stick with ones made only in the States.
Okay, yeah. Some of them, were they saying maybe came from China or something along those lines?
Yes, China were the bad ones.
You know what? You're so right. Look at this. Antifreeze rules. I mean, and I'm not sure how it's been implemented. It's in Tennessee. So
it is in Tennessee.
Impressive. But
okay, so the law requires certain antifreeze or engine coolant sold in Tennessee and manufactured on or after January 1, 2010 to contain a bittering agent. The law is intended to help people help prevent the accidental or intentional poisoning of people, pets, and other animals as a result of ingesting antifreeze or engine
But
coolants.
I do worry about, I don't want this to people think it's set, because I wonder if some of these antifreeze are manufactured outside the state of Tennessee, which I assume they are, and they come in here, is something added. I just don't know if it's being enforced.
Sold in the state of Tennessee, it has to have a bittering agent.
Okay,
so as long as
I would ask that when I buy it.
Sold in Tennessee, yeah, I would ask.
Just to be sure, because I'm not sure that the antifreeze police are out there enforcing this.
Right,
so I don't know
either. So just be aware of that. I mean, if you Google, not that Google's a doctor, but if you Google a picture of it, it is this really great Mountain Dew color. It's fabulous.
Oh yeah, you know what, antifreeze, I've seen it. So either way, even with that, be real careful with antifreeze. It's just dangerous stuff.
Bad for kids, bad for dogs. Thank you, Rick.
Yep, nice job by Rick. Let's get our research staff back there.
Fabulous.
Better than the Library of Congress.
Absolutely.
Library of Rick. All right, let's go to Claude. Hi, Claude.
Hi.
Hey, how can we help you, Claude?
We got a Havertys, and she's 5 years old, but she don't go to the paper to potty, use the bathroom every time.
Okay.
What can we do about that?
Well, Claude, I think you just might be out of luck on that one because she's 5 years old and y'all haven't tried to do anything about it so far.
Uh-oh.
So what's going to happen is that you've been trying to, so I hate paper potty pads, pee pads, indoor dog pad. Hate them because this is what happens. Your dog has really never been told that she needs to go outside to go potty, and so she's just been pottying in the pads, and gosh, what's a pad, or what's the carpet, or what's the other? So if you're really serious about making this happen, you need to start crate training your dog. If you're not there, she's in her crate. If you're asleep, she's in her crate. You need to start taking her out every 30 minutes while she's awake, just like you would train a puppy. Look up house training puppies using the crate method on the internet, or find a book and start there. But at 5 years,
it can be done. It can be done. It can be done.
It may be a little challenging.
It's not
Clyde.
mission impossible.
No, but it may be a little challenging.
It might take a while.
Might take a while.
Okay, but don't give up hope.
No, don't give up hope, but I strongly recommend people when they come in with their puppies and they're like, oh, she's going on her pee pads. I'm like, throw them away right now. Just go home and throw them away. Unless that's what you want to have for the rest of your life is a pee pad in your house, and the possibility of this. Now, the only other thing that I will say is that if she's only urinating off of the pee pad and she's going potty on the pee pad, there may be something medical that's going on in the way of a urinary tract infection or something like that. And in that case, you need to take her to the vet, and they need to do a urinalysis and make sure that there's not something medical going on. So if she's been really good house trained on the pee pads up until the past month, there could be a medical problem. But if she's always been all over the place, this is probably just her, and you've got your work cut out for you, but you can do it.
Yeah, you can do it. Just give it a shot and see. Did we have someone on line 2, or did I already take that? You just let me know if there's another caller there. As we wrap things up right now, I just wanted to hit this one more time. There was a sad story that we did a couple weeks ago out of Rutherford County where they had an open adoption at the shelter there, really, cutting the rates to get people to come in because the prior week they had to euthanize over 100 animals. And it just, and we know that happens. People say, euthanize, what about these no-kill? It's real handy to be a no-kill shelter, meaning when you get full, you turn the animals away, and the facility of last resort is animal control. And they have their capacity, and when they run out
to Nashville is very close to a no-kill facility.
Yeah, and they do the best they can, but when it gets just overwrought and they just can't put them anywhere else, they're not releasing them. They can't turn them away, so they take them in, and it just makes me sick because I think of like 1,000 or not, it was 100 that week or whatever that they put down, just pure love, waiting to be cared for. That would just be wonderful pets for anyone. And it infuriates me, not that they had to be euthanized, because I understand that's a reality, but it's just spay and neuter your pets, man. Spay and neuter your pets. Get it out there and do it. It shouldn't happen, and it's such a shame. And it's so easy to avoid. Just get it done, okay? Let's go to Wanda. Hi, Wanda.
Good morning.
Go ahead. What's on your mind?
We're calling about our dog. He likes to go car riding. But he has one problem about car riding. He licks the windows so there's nothing, you can't see out them and you can't see in them.
He licks the windows?
And the dash. And he starts slobbering in your hair.
Let's talk about why your dog is in the front seat.
He's not. He's in the back seat.
Oh, what kind of dog is he?
Dash?
Yeah, what is he, a Great Dane?
He's a Jack Russell Terrier.
Oh, he jumps all over the place.
Is he really licking?
We put a gate across the back where you can't get into the front.
Okay.
He always managed to get slobber in your hair or in the windows or in any parts of the car.
Well, I think you have two options, and here they come. You can either not take your dog in the car, or you can invest in a roll of paper towels and some Windex.
Yep, there you go.
There's really nothing that a veterinarian can do to stop that from happening, so you're going to have to pick your battle. Is it dirty windows? Or leaving your dog at home?
You reckon he's just nervous, bouncing around, licking the windows? Who knows, huh?
Maybe he's not really as excited as they think he is, and maybe he's trying to get out. I don't know.
Should people, when they travel with their pets, restrain them the way you or I would wear a seatbelt? Or is that just not real? Obviously, you can't belt an animal in. I guess there's specialized ones you can get.
There are seatbelts that you can get for dogs. For smaller dogs, they make these kind of elevated bed things so that the dog can still see out, and they wear a little harness and it attaches to the seatbelt. or the seatbelt attaches to the bed and then the dog attaches to the bed. I don't know. But dogs, thousands of dogs are killed every year.
I was about to say.
As if you're in a wreck, when you slam on your brakes, you have your seatbelt on, dogs go flying through the windshield.
I was going to say, so I mean, it's interesting. People don't think that way. And when you have the animal in there, you're strapped in, it's not. You get in a wreck, the same effect.
Through the front seats and through that's why your children are in, things, because they do the same thing. So Harper rides in the floorboard in my car. She doesn't ride in the seat. She loves to stretch out in the floorboard, and so she's not restrained.
Right.
But that's where she hangs out, which if I hit the brake, she's not going through the windows.
You could put them in the little tiny kennel in the back as well to keep them from moving around if you have a smaller dog.
Or the big dogs, they make great harnesses that attach to seatbelts that are great.
Something to think about.
It is something to think about. I've read reports that a percentage of dog seatbelts fail. But if 100 dogs have seatbelts on, and if they didn't have seatbelts on and they were in a wreck, they were going to die, and only 10 of the seatbelts failed, we just got 90 dogs that are alive that wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
So even though some of them may fail, if it's the right crash and the right angle and everything else, you're still in a better spot if they have it on.
Yep.
Just like us.
Wait, that slobber in the hair is always fun.
It is, isn't it?
It's fun. You ever take your dogs to go get a puppuccino at Starbucks?
No.
You go through there and it's free. You get your own coffee, and then they give you a little thing with foamy milk. And the dogs, my friend April, her dogs, and
I don't go to Starbucks.
Everywhere. Well, I don't know what. Maybe there's some other coffee places that have puppuccinos.
I don't drink coffee.
No, it's a puppuccino. It's just
But
I'm
not going to go someplace to get my dog a puppuccino.
Oh, really? I would. Well, I guess that's the difference between how I feel about my dog and how you feel about yours.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
I'll
you're
go the extra mile. Every once in a while, we'll do the drive-through window at McDonald's, and they'll eat everything and leave the 2 pickles on the floor. Oh, why did I have to end on that
Why did you even tell me that you take your dog to McDonald's?
Gosh, you are such a good egg. Have a good one. We'll see you again in a month. Everyone back with a programming note right after this. Stay with us.